If you struggle to speak up, you feel guilty when you say no, or you agree to do things that you actually don't want to do, you could be stuck in a fawn response. And this isn't just about people pleasing. It's a stress response that's wired into your nervous system that once kept you safe, but now is chronically keeping you from expressing your own truth. So here we're going to explore where this response comes from, how it shows up in your body, and I'll guide you through a tapping practice that will begin to help you release this fear of conflict, of criticism, and of disappointing others. Because after years of sharing EFT and seeing how effective it's been for me and for my clients, I'm sure it can also help you to stop abandoning yourself in your relationships and start speaking your own truth. So the fawn response is one of the nervous system's reactions to stress, alongside fight, flight, or freeze. But unlike those, fawning is about avoiding conflict through appeasement, which might look like always agreeing, smiling when you feel tense, being overly accommodating, or feeling responsible for how others feel. And it often starts in childhood or in environments where we didn't feel safe to speak up. And this is deeper than just what is known as people pleasing. Fawning is a survival strategy that you adapted to make others feel comfortable, but at the cost of yourself and at the cost of your truth. And here's the thing, we often shame ourselves for it, but I want to invite you to stop identifying as a people pleaser, because being a people pleaser, that's not who you are. It's something you've done, and therefore it's something you can change, which is what this EFT practice is designed to help you do. By stimulating specific acupoints coming from acupuncture, while using intentional language, this EFT can support you to feel safe in setting boundaries, speaking up for yourself, and staying rooted in your own truth. So let us begin by tapping through the EFT points together. If you're familiar with the EFT points, you can take this as an opportunity to begin to ground into your body and using the tapping to help you ground into your body. And if you're new to EFT, you can take this as your introduction to the EFT points. Just making sure that you're seated comfortably. If you know the EFT points already, you can let your eyes close, or you can keep them open to use me as a guide. So we'll start by tapping the outside of the hands against each other, called the karate chop point. And as you are tapping, let yourself begin to relax, feeling your muscles relax. And now we'll tap the eyebrow. So just to the inside of the eyebrow, you can tap one or both sides. The acupoints run through both sides of the body. So it's up to you. Tapping this point, feeling a release of stress, relaxing through the eyebrows, the forehead. And now tapping the outside of the eyes, the bone just to the outside of the eyes. And we're tapping with the index and middle fingers because of the acupoints through the fingers too. And now tapping under the eyes, the bone under the eyes. Letting the cheeks relax. And tapping under the nose, in the center of your top lip. And then tapping the chin, in the divot of the chin. Now tapping underneath the collarbones. And then tapping underneath the arm. So about 4 inches underneath the armpit, on the side ribs, or on the bra line. And then tapping the crown of the head, tapping the top of the head. And now let your arms rest down. If you don't have your eyes closed already, let your eyes rest closed. And I'll have a diagram of the tapping points through the practice you can use in case you forget where to tap.
Before we begin to tap, just take a moment to check in with yourself. How strong is your tendency to stay quiet or to go along with things that you don't want to in order to avoid tension? And rate that on a scale from 1 to 10. 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. We'll come back to this at the end of the tapping session. Now tapping the karate chop point, repeating after me. Even though I struggle to speak up and to say what I really mean, I love and accept myself. Even though I fall into people-pleasing and it creates tension for me, I love myself through it all. Even though I hold back my truth, I'm here to grow into more empowered expression. And I accept myself as I am. Tapping the eyebrow. It's hard to say what I need, and that leaves me feeling frustrated. Tapping the side of the eye. I struggle to speak my truth, and I often feel ignored or disrespected. Tapping under the eye. It feels like people don't really know me. So I try to prove myself by saying what I think they want to hear. Tapping under the nose. I care about others, so I hold back to keep the peace. Tapping the chin. Even when I speak up, I replay it in my mind, and I doubt myself. Tapping the collarbone. I overthink what I said, wondering how I could have said it better. Tapping under the arm. This makes me anxious around people, and I never really feel like I'm saying the right thing. Tapping the top of the head. I wish I could speak freely and not worry what others think. I wish I felt confident like others seem to. Tapping the eyebrow. I do this because I care deeply, and I feel other people's emotions. The side of the eye. I want others to feel good, so I say what comforts them. Under the eye, but it leaves me drained, unseen and misunderstood. Under the nose. This isn't good for me or for anyone. I need to care for myself first. Chin. When I give myself away in conversation, I lose energy. Collarbone. Healthy relationships are shared. I deserve equal space to speak. Under the arm, what I say matters. It helps shape real connection. Top of the head, when I feel safe and grounded, my words can flow freely. The eyebrow, I can share my truth and still be kind and connected. Side of the eye, I can ask questions. I can stay curious. And I can show up fully. Under the eye, I give and receive in each moment. I'm both a student and a teacher. Under the nose, when I am present, I trust my words and my actions. Chin, I trust myself to walk away or to speak up when needed. Collarbone, grounded in my body, I let awareness guide my words. Under the arm, I feel seen, heard, and empowered. First by myself, and then by others. Top of the head, I show up honestly, with strong boundaries and full expression in every area of my life. Okay, you can rest your arms down. And check in again on that scale from 1 to 10. How strong is the people-pleasing pattern now? How is your relationship to people-pleasing shifted? I've time-stamped this practice in the description so you can easily revisit it anytime to help you bring that number down further or to reconnect you with your power to help you speak up for yourself. I'll also share a link to a short yin yoga practice that specifically helps you to embody boundaries and speak your truth. And I'll also add a link to water element practices that all can help you regulate and restore your nervous system to help you with this people-pleasing pattern and chronic fawn response. Subscribe if you're feeling it, and let me know how this practice feels for you in the comments. Thanks so much for being here with me. I'll see you in the next video.